Hello everyone, I am April Mamin Ramas Lumahang and I am going to tackle about scalding. Do you familiar from the word scald or scalding? Let's talk about that. What is scalding? Scalding is a form of thermal burn resulted from heated fluids such as boiling water or steam. I have pictures here for you to know what it looks like. That's scald looks like. Actually, that's the first degree burn. The second degree, the fourth degree, and the last one. Causes. There are causes of scald. Tap water. Most scalds result from exposure to high temperature of water such as tap water in baths and in shower, or cooking water boiled for the preparation of foods. So there are another common causes of scald. First, spilled hot drinks such as coffee. Scalds are typically far more severe when caused by steam because it has absorbed a great amount of latent heat, as therefore far more effective at heating objects. So do you familiar from the word latent heat? Latent heat given off or absorbed in a process as fission or evaporation other than a change of temperature. If there is causes, there's treatment. Treatment for scalds from steam or hot water. If by any chance a student or a person will encounter these things, there are things to be done to avoid further damage to the skin of the victim. So first, remove the clothing from the area as quickly as possible. If hot, wet clothing over the area, it will continue to scald. So if the person is wearing clothes or the area of the scald have clothes, you have to remove the clothes with scissors or tearing it. Remove it and keeping it dry so that it will stop the scald. The second one, keep the area dry by applying a clean dressing and bandage lightly in position. You have to keep the area dry by applying dressing and clean bandages to the area where there is scald. The third one, if blisters will appear, do not try to burst them. Protect them by dressing and keep the part dry. You have to keep the part dry. If there are blisters, don't try to burst it because it will worsen the scald. You can protect it by dressing it and keeping it dry. The fourth one, if it is thought necessary, send for the doctor or arrange transport to hospital. You have to do that. If the situation is bigger than a simple scald, a person will need to go to hospital or ask someone to call ambulance to avoid scald to worse. And the fifth one, you have to reassure the patient and give a hot drink. You have to reassure your patient if she is conscious or unconscious. If she or he is conscious, you have to give a hot drink. And the last one, treat for shock. You have to treat for shock. Shock is not like, like that. Shock is life-threatening or medical condition. There are also other treatments for scald. So, applying first aid for scalds is the same as for burns. So, first, the site of the injury should be removed from the source of heat to prevent further more scalding. If the burn is at least second degree, remove any jewelry or clothing from the site, unless it is already stuck to the skin. Cool the scald for about 20 minutes with cool and lukewarm water. With a second degree burn, blisters will form, but never be popped, as it is only increases chances of infections. With a third degree burn, it is best to rub the injury very loosely to keep it clean and seek expert medical attention. Treatments to avoid. We have treatments to avoid so that the scald will not get more infection. First, the ice. Second, the butter. The third one, toothpaste. And the last one, creams. We have to avoid that treatments because it can do further damage to the area around the injury. And maybe that's all for today. Have a nice day, and thank you for listening for my discussion. And once again, I am April Maureen Ramos Lumahang. Thank you. Bye-bye.